Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
From the 27, Jones got a man. It's Collins complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's returnable now for Smith. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 16, Jones. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Now Jones. And it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mills now. Flushed out right. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Here's Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, it's Mills. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now it's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now a give right side. It's Hines, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They run again with Hines. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down, Jones. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, and that is incomplete.
Nice job. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Jones. This one left side caught by Collins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's airing it out for Williams, and he fires one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They begin the drive with Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They run with Hines. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ballgame flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourself to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Mills. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mills. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Jones. Off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd and 12, Mills. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This is Hines. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hines. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Mills. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now Mills. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Hines will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Kyle Rudolph. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go.
looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong.
Touchdown, Panthers. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Giants 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming day.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.
My Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Bond on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on to ride nobody wave, we the ones who start.